Hey, this is a response to Russ Jumps for Fun.
What's up, YouTube? I'm just here to discuss the idiocy of the young Earth creationist view.
Okay, the young Earth creationist view is obviously in the Bible, so this is basically what he's saying. I'm just here to discuss the idiocy of the Bible, and yet he claims to believe in it. He claims to be a Christian. I find that pretty difficult to believe.
But I've been just fed up with it seriously lately. This new kid named Coon Killer, he's the new Venom Fang X on YouTube.
No, he's not. Venom Fang X came back. Stay updated.
Quite the character. He has bad foul language, extremely foul language.
Wrong again. Stop giving people false data.
He thinks the Earth is 6,000 years old, and he's just a freak. He's kind of a creeper, I'm not gonna lie. He's debating my friend Rockin' Rock 44, who's also a Christian. He just happens to believe in evolution, which is quite compatible. And there's really no debate because...
Yes, there is. I'm debating Cobain 52. There's obviously a debate.
Because the young Earth creationist has no evidence.
They have tons of evidence. If you would just do some research, you'd find it.
It's like what Dawn Exodus says, it's like hunting a dairy cow with a highly powered bolt-action sniper rifle. I mean, there's no debate.
Science.
Put yourself on the other side of the story for a minute. Like, someone comes up to you, and they tell you that the Earth is 6,000 years old. And how do they know this? A 2,000-year-old book tells them this.
There you go, criticizing the very book you happen to believe in. You don't sound like a Christian.
And God told them this. So, let's just look at that. Humans coexisted with dinosaurs.
They did. Have you ever heard of the Paluxy River? They tore layers of the bedrock under it, and then they found human footprints and dinosaur footprints side by side in the same layer of rock. That proves they coexisted.
So, why should they even look into your religion?
Why should we even look into evolution when you believe that the Big Bang that there was a Big Bang that came from nothing and that produced everything? Sorry. That's probably more ridiculous than what you're saying to us.
When you believe that the Earth is 6,000 years old, I mean, they had no science back then, no theory of evolution, no nothing. So why would God even... It just doesn't make sense.
Makes tons of sense. You don't make any sense.
I mean, look at Genesis. It should be taken allegorically. Should not be taken literally. It's allegoric and poetic.
This is undoubtedly the stupidest thing you said so far. You don't have any evidence for allegoric and poetic theory of Genesis. If you read the Song of Solomon, you can tell it's a poem. But if you read Genesis, in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. Does that sound like a poem? No. You don't have any evidence for this. You claim to believe in the Bible, but you can't just throw out parts of the Bible you don't like because you happen to believe in a theory. You either accept all of it or accept none of it.
The only people that insisted on taking it literally was the Pharisees, and that's where you...
Wrong again.
You get your trouble. Like Kent Hovind and Kent Ham, which are... Kent Hovind's in prison. I get humor in that.
When you go to prison, I'll get humor in that too.
Kent Ham is just another idiot who's making money off the...
Pathetic. You resort to insults in every one of your videos. That's pretty pathetic, and it also shows your immaturity.
YEC view of the scientific literate. And then Richard Dawkins, don't have much respect for him, but he does a great job describing how off the YEC view is. I mean, 6,000 years old, 14 billion years old, the universe.
Actually, they say more like 20 billion.
I mean, let's put it in the hands of the scientists, guys. I mean...
So, a scientist knows more than God. That's what you just said.
They have PhDs. They know what they're talking about.
Kent Hovind has a PhD.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, Ken Hovind has a PhD from a diploma mill, something random.
No, he has it from a real university, not diploma mill.
It's pretty funny. I mean, why do you feel the need to deny the obvious truths of nature?
There you go again, stating evolution's fact, evolution's fact. You don't give any evidence for any of these claims whatsoever. You want me to believe it, then give me some evidence, please. Don't just say it's the obvious truth of nature. That's about the dumbest argument you can have.
Just to prove the existence of God, I mean, quite frankly, he doesn't need help there. I mean, God created the universe 14 billion years ago.
No evidence.
I mean, what's that to God? He's outside of time and nature.
Exactly. He's outside of science, so therefore he could have created the Earth 6,000 years ago.
Nothing. He used abiogenesis to form life on Earth, and then
Wrong. No evidence.
he used the theory of evolution to have a relationship with mankind, and then he embedded the human soul, the moral law, and the longing for God in the human beings. And he's the God of evolution, the God of gravity, the God of germ theory, God of every God. Yeah, I mean, come on guys, stop it. And then I was correct. This is a cat, and it was created by God too.
I think it was mean how you threw that cat. You're not very nice to your animals.
God is good.
Sad, sad, sad.